Hi, Katie. We're going to do Spider-Man today, okay? It's just going to go over one eye, and it's actually really simple. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to take this petal sponge. You see how it's shaped like a petal? And you're going to wet it down with your water, give it 2 or 3 spritzes, and then you're going to take this particular white cake that I have. It's by Snazaroo, and it's more of a sheer white. It's not very opaque, which is what I want for this. So then you're going to spray your cake 2 or 3 times, take the wet side of the sponge, rub it around on the cake where it's nice and wet, and you're going to load up your sponge. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to do the eye, the Spider-Man eye part. So you're going to take this top corner right here, and you're going to have the kid close their eye. Don't put the sponge straight up and down, okay? We don't want it straight up and down. We want it off to the side a little bit, kind of at a diagonal. And then just start to pat, 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 pat. Get that eyelid real good. Use the base, the lower part of the sponge. Tap that eyelid, tap that eyelid. Now when it comes to the point, see how I've got the point kind of off to the side? Press that point down and give it a little point up top. You see that shape? Use the tip and get a little point at the top of that Spider-Man eye. Okay, so we see how it goes like this and kind of comes like this. That's the first part. All right, and then the second part, we're going to paint the red on. You're going to take a large flat brush, okay? I'm going to have plenty of those for you. You're going to make sure it's wet. You can either dip it in your water bucket or you can spray it, and then you're going to get some red paint, okay? I'm going to get some red paint. Don't run away. Ooh, watch out, Willow Cat. I have a red paint here in my palette that you can use. And just swirl your brush around, swirl it around, swirl it around. We want to load that brush very well. And the reason why we want to load that brush very well is so that you don't have to wet it again and go in again. We want to complete all of our red with one loaded brush, okay? So once your brush is nice and full of paint, we're going to start here. Start right at the top, and we're going to come down, and we're just going to circle that eye like that, okay? And then we're going to fill in most of the forehead, but not all of it. Okay, come across, wiggle, 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 okay? See how I'm making this little jagged edge here? That's what I want. I want it to kind of look like it's been ripped, okay? And then we're going to come around the side of that spider eye. Okay, do your little jagged pieces there. Do your little jagged pieces. Okay, and then right down here at the eye, do some little jagged pieces like that, okay? So you see how we did all of that with one brush. We didn't have to reload or anything like that, okay? So you see how it looks like it's kind of been torn all the way down. All right, and this would be a good time if the kid wants glitter. You can always ask them if they want glitter. And then the next step is to get our black paint, which I'll have your own black paint for you, and a larger brush. I have a bunch of number 4 brushes. Number 4 round brushes are kind of nice and thick, and they hold a lot of paint as well. So swirl your brush around, swirl your brush around. You have to actually activate the paint, okay? You have to work the water into the paint to get it nice and creamy. Again, we're looking for the consistency of foundation, like beauty foundation, like you would put on your skin for your regular makeup, okay? And again, we don't want to have to reload our brush. So the more you activate it, the more paint that you will actually be able to put inside of this brush, and it will hold a whole bunch, okay? Good. So once you have your brush nice and full of paint, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to outline our spider eye. So start at the top here. Okay, and then start back at the top where you were. Bring it down and hook it in like that, okay? Then, because the Spider-Man design is not actually pointy at the top like this, we have to fill in this part. We're going to just go, yomp. You'll have to forgive me. I'm not looking in the mirror when I'm doing this. I'm looking in the cell phone, so I might be a little wonky. Okay, you see that? That's perfect. That's exactly what we want. Now, my paint was a little dry, so I have to go back in for more, okay? Then we're going to start in the middle, and we're going to do our spider webs. Now, just like we did the teardrops, we're going to do it again. Press down, start lifting, start lifting, start lifting, start lifting, start lifting, start lifting, okay? Oh, there's a hair. There's a hair in my way. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Good. Now come here to the side of the eye. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to make that focal point where everything comes together right here at the crack of the eye and right here in the middle of the forehead, okay? Now, if your brush is dry, just go back in for more paint. Now we're going to do our little swooshes, okay? 1 swoosh, 2 swoosh. And this is the spider webs, okay? Take it and connect it to the eye we just did. Good. Take it and connect it. And remember, we're using the tip of the brush to make these little swooshes, the spider webby parts. All right, there you go. That's your Spider-Man look. And I'll try to make another video tonight for you, okay? I know we have a few more designs to go through. Geez, all done. Quick Spider-Man.